Hey guys, what's up? Rulk here again, back for smashing some more stuff. Today we're going to do another how to fight video, and today's featured champion of how to fight is Civil War Black Panther. He's been recently added into the 5-star hero crystal, and I've seen a lot of people pulling him and a lot of people saying, hey, is he any good? And pretty much the general response is, yeah, rank him up, put him in Alliance War Defense. That stun immune, stun reflective armor that he's got, that's really good. Makes pain in the butt, and everybody says, man, I hear so many people say, I can't fight him. I just haven't figured him out yet. And I think, I don't usually have much trouble with him. I mean, at one point in time I did, but once you got him figured out, he's really kind of a one-trick pony. I mean, basically he'll reflect the stun, but what I think a lot of people fail to realize is it's not all the time. Okay? It's not all the time. There's only certain times that he will reflect the stun. So a lot of people say, oh, well, just don't parry him ever. Well, that's not true. There are certain times where you cannot parry him because you'll just get stunned yourself, but there's plenty of times where he can be parried, especially if he's got his signature ability, which is where he starts the fight with his reflective armor. So we're going to dive in. What we're going to do here, and usually what we do in these videos, is we're going to take a look really closely at the champion, have a look at their abilities, really analyze what makes them difficult, what are the trouble areas, and then what we can do to overcome those. And then we'll do some fights and show you how to take this guy down. Okay? So let's dive right into his abilities here. So his let's go down here a little bit. So first, so when attacked, let's start here and talk about reflective armor. Okay, so when attacked, 60% chance to armor up, increasing armor rating by 292 for 7.5 seconds, and he will stack a whole bunch of these, right? So when you're attacking him, he's got a 60% chance to armor up. That's a pretty good chance. He's going to stack a whole bunch of those, right? Now, each time Black Panther gains an armor up effect, he has a 6.5% chance to enter a reflective state for 7 seconds, storing 1.2% of the damage taken. While in reflective state, his suit cannot trigger armor up. Okay? Got that? While he's in reflective state, his suit cannot trigger armor up. That's important. So we read down to the next one. So basically, for every 270.93 damage stored, Black Panther gains a reflect charge. When successfully hitting the opponent, Black Panther consumes all charges to deal the equivalent damage back to the opponent. Charges last for 7 seconds. So when he's in, what is it? So when he stores damage stored, Black Panther gains reflect charge. So he gains the reflect charges while he's in, I think that's while he's in the reflective state. 76 storing 1% of damage taken. Oh, right. Okay, so while he's in the reflective state, he's storing 1.2% of the damage taken. So for every 270.93 damage stored, out of that, 1.2% that he's storing, he gains a reflect charge. When successfully hitting the opponent, Black Panther consumes all the charges and he deals the equivalent damage back. So you're wailing on him while he's in the reflective state, okay? That's great. You're doing lots of damage and you're watching that meter go up, 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 and he's gaining all these reflective charges. You got to be careful, because if he catches you, if he clips you while those are all built up, all that damage that he's absorbed is coming back your way, and it hurts. It hurts a lot. I will often fight him with X23, and I'll do a whole ton of damage and I'll bleed him and he'll go down in health really fast, and first volley he's down like half of his health or whatever, and I screw up and I miss the parry and he hits me like once and I'm down to a third of my health, or quarter of my health left. You got to watch that reflective thing, okay? You have to be on your toes. So you got to hit him while he's in that reflective state, because that's the only time you can really do a lot to him. But you got to be very careful that you don't get clipped afterwards, okay? And it's not too hard. His specials are pretty easy to evade. You can see him coming pretty well. We'll talk about those. But so the next important thing is, okay, so let's talk the next thing. When stunned, here's where everybody gets the most difficult part. Black Panther's vibranium armor consumes an armor up effect to reflect physical stun effects back to his enemy. This has a 100% chance to stun the opponent for 2.5 seconds and cannot interrupt special attacks. So, when, let's see, so armor up consumes, his armor consumes an armor up effect to reflect the physical stun. So, he has to have an armor up effect active in order to reflect the stun. If there's no armor up effects, he does not reflect the stun. Let me say that again. If there's no armor up effect on him, he will not reflect the stun. So you don't see that blue armor up effect on his side, parry him. You'll stun him and then you can hit him. Okay? Now let's go back to that other point. So, if he's stunned, he consumes an armor up and he reflects a stun. When, let's go back up here, let's see. While, second point, at the last sentence, while in reflective state, his suit cannot trigger armor up. Okay? So while he's in the 7 seconds, he's in his reflective state, he can't trigger more armor up. So they're gonna deplete. All right, so you might end up with a chance if you are smart and you dance around and you avoid him for a little bit, let him cool off, let him lose those charges and stuff. You're gonna get another chance where he doesn't have the armor ups, and you can parry him and you can get some hits in. You can get a whole combo. Okay. So that's kind of the main thing that I've figured out, which makes it easy to fight him. He's not gonna reflect a stun 100% of the time. Doesn't work that way. Only when the armor up is there. Okay. If we go back up here to his signature ability, now let's take a look at that. He begins the fight with his reflective state active. Additionally, Black Panther's armor passively has a 40.8% chance to absorb heavy impacts and consuming one armor up effect. So, if he has armor up, don't hit him with a heavy, because he's just going to absorb it and then you're going to get clobbered, because it's not going to hurt him. But his signature ability actually kind of hurts him here a little bit, right? So if you're fighting him, if you have somebody who's very aggressive, like I said, I usually use X23, okay, because he can bleed and because she's very aggressive, and you play in their face like crazy and you stack those bleeds and you just deal as much damage as quickly as possible. He begins the fight in his reflective state. Now that reflective state lasts for 7 seconds, right? And while he's in that reflective state, he cannot trigger armor ups. So for the first 7 seconds of the fight, you can parry and stun him as much as you want, and you can beat the crap out of him in 7 seconds, okay? Once that's done, and he starts getting those armor up effects, you need to change your tactics. You cannot stun him anymore. Don't parry him while he has the armor up. It's pretty easy. See the blue sign? Don't stun him, okay? Stay away from him. What I'll often do is I will either, if he's got enough of his power meter built up, I'll either bait the L1 or L2, because they're fairly easy to evade as long as you're quick on your evades, okay? It's like a double dash back evade. You got to be kind of fast with it. I'll either bait that and then, get the opening, and then I'll go in and hit him that way, or I'll just hold block in front of him and wait for him to trigger a heavy attack, which he tends to do fairly often. Usually he only does like a couple of hits, and then he'll wind up for the heavy attack. It's pretty easy to see the heavy attack coming, and then you can just evade, get out of the way, and then you got another opportunity to go hit him. And then when he's done with that, once you're kind of dancing around, you're hitting him, while he's got those armor ups going. Once his armor up effects expire, then, and there's none of them active, then feel free to parry him and go back to the stun method, where you parry him and then hit him with a combo until you see those armor ups go, and then again bait the specials or bait the heavy attack and hit him that way. So that's how you do it. And that's pretty much it. I mean, there's really not a lot to this guy. He is good for defense, because a lot of people have difficulty with this, and it is difficult to change your tactics. A lot of people are either just parry you know, parry stun, and then I get my combos, and that's their tactic, and that's what they do. Or okay, I'm gonna play stun immune, so I'm just gonna, you know, try to do intercept, which it's kind of tricky, it's risky, but if you're good at that, great. Um, or you know, I'm gonna bait the heavy, or I'm gonna bait the specials, and I'm only gonna do that. Um, I think that's what makes him difficult for a lot of people, is because you're trying to use just one tactic. If you take both tactics and you maximize the damage output that you can do, you're going to be a lot better off. Especially if you can got somebody who can bleed him. Then you got lasting damage while you know you're waiting to get your next opportunity. You're still clipping away at him, if that's a possibility. So the key, like I said, the key is you got to be able to switch between the two tactics as needed. So let's take a look at that. So we're gonna go in here, and I guess we'll use somebody who's pretty neutral. I mean, another option, I mean, is to take Voodoo. I mean, if you got Voodoo and and you find an opportunity while he's got those stacks of armor ups going, you know, bait the heavy or bait the special, and then get in there, get a couple hits, and hit him with that L1. You'll convert all those buffs, those armor ups, to poisons. You know, the spirit venom, and those last a long time, and that's just gonna completely destroy him, trash him, and then they're gone, right? So then they're not even there, and then you can parry him immediately after because he doesn't have any armor ups, right? So that's an option you could do. I guess let's explore that one first. Let's take a look with Voodoo. That's There's a lot of people who have Voodoo now, especially after he was in the basic arena. So right off the bat, I'm gonna parry stun him. Look at that! Oh my gosh, how did you just do that? Oh, I'm gonna hit him a bunch more times, and I'm gonna parry stun him again. Look, what? How did you not get reflected? Oh, look, now he's got his armor up. I'm not going to hit him with a stun. There we go. Now we just consumed those. See, I could parry him because I just ditched all of his armor ups. The only time that you can't parry him is when when he's got his armor up effects going on. There we go. We're gonna hit him again. We got a couple of them converted, and now I'm free to parry him again. Look, I mean, it's that easy. Just don't. You can parry stun him as much as you want, as long as you do it when he doesn't have those little blue armor up effects, okay? That's the key. Let's go back and find our guy again here. I think it was number 58 on the top list. Where are you? Yep, there he is, 58. Okay, so let's say you don't have Voodoo and you can't just convert all those into, Spirit Venoms. Let's use X23. Okay, we're just gonna bleed him to death, right? Let's just bleed the crap out of him. So again, be careful of the. Don't let him clip you in this reflective state. See, there was his heavy, and that was pretty easy to avoid. He still doesn't have any armor ups, right? Now he's starting to stack up the armor ups. So now is the time where I don't even hold block after I finish a combo on him, because I'm afraid that I will hit that. So you see what I'm doing after I finish a combo on him. If he has that armor up effective, I don't hit block. I immediately dash back. Okay, because I don't want to take the risk of he comes in quick and my block's a little slow and I accidentally get the parry. All right, I don't want to do that because I'm gonna be really screwed. That's another thing that I think really screws people up, is when you accidentally parry them. So the safer bet is to finish your combo and then just, like I said, just dash back from there and just get away from him. So let's do this again. We're gonna go with somebody that's completely neutral. As you can see, I just bled him to death. He really didn't survive well with that. Let's do. How about we go somebody really neutral? Let's just go with Cap. Just regular old Cap. Nothing's fancy. And I'll show you, I mean, if you don't have any of these fancy tricks, you just got somebody, you want to do it the old-fashioned way in melee. Oh, look at that. Parried him. No reflect. See, still no armor up, so I don't have to worry about it. There's the heavy. Now he's got those, so I'm gonna get away. Now watch this. Let's bait the heavy. Oh, I got clipped there. Let's bait the heavy. There it is, and that's easy. Now we're gonna bait the special. Oh, that was stupid. Came in way too soon. Okay, stand by. We'll do that again. It's getting late. I'm a little bit off my game. Did like sidebar. This is like the 5th video I've done tonight. It's like, what is it, 2:30 in the morning. Just trying to get some videos done so I can push them out throughout the week. Trying to give you guys some good content on a regular basis. If you notice, my voice is strained a little bit. So let's try that one again with Cap. This time we'll get it. So yeah, you can bait the heavy. So we're gonna parry him. There's the heavy. I'll take it. There's my chance to get in. And look, oh come on. He's being really squirrely. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna bait the L1. There's the heavy. I'll take it. I'll bait the special. There's my in. I'll take it. Watch this. I'm just gonna let this burn out. I'm gonna let him burn out. Ah, no. Alright. Maybe Cap's not a great idea. Alright, guys. I'm sorry. Playing like a noob. Like a scrub, Seaton would say. But you get the idea. Okay? You can bait the specials. This guy's a 5-star. He's very aggressive. These 5-stars play so aggressive on the AI. It's so easy to get back into a corner. But you get the idea. So basically, you're gonna bait the heavy or bait the special, and as long as he's not in his armor up state, then go crazy. Just beat the crap out of him. Let's try Star-Lord. Do a little more damage. Make her hits count a little bit more. Alright, here we go. Alright, come on. I want a parry. There's the parry. Still got some time. Okay, now he's got the armor up. Good. There's the L1. Now he doesn't have armor up, so I'm free to parry him. Look at that. Watch this. So I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna bait the heavy. There's that. I'm gonna slap him with the L2, and he's done. Okay. Play smart. Don't play like a noob. Play like a scrub like Rulk. You'll do fine. Okay, that's it. The big secret is look for the blue armor up. There you go. If you don't see that blue armor up, stun the hell out of him. Slap him around. You got Thor? Great, go for it. Hit him with the L1. Get him with the stun. Do some damage and take the armor break. You know? But people I wouldn't recommend, like, don't bring anybody who naturally has chances to stun, like Gwenpool would be an extremely bad choice. I know that I think during her regular attack she has a chance to stun, to cause stun. Same with Scarlet Witch. I believe that her Veil of Fortune gives her the chance to proc stun during her attacks. Thor, Jane Foster, when they're under shock, the shock debuff. If you're hitting them, you have a chance to stun them, and that's going to be a no-go. Don't do those things, okay? Don't do champs that you can't control the stun, right? You control the stun, right? So you place that stun on them when you're ready, and that is when that armor up effect is not there, okay? Reflective state does not mean it's going to reflect the stun, only when the armor up is there. Got it? Good. Alright guys, I really appreciate you listening in. I hope you liked the video. I really hope this helps you out. I hope this kind of solves some problems for you through what you're facing in Alliance War Defense, or even through Quest. He's in a lot of Quest stuff lately too. So um, yeah, hopefully Black Panther Civil War should be no problem for you guys at this point after watching this. So if you like the video, please hit that like button below. I really appreciate that. Also subscribe so you can catch more of these videos in the future. I got a whole lot more on my list to do. Um, so I'm going to be trying to churn out some content, at least 2 videos a week. I'm hoping more for 3 videos a week. Try to keep things rolling through. Yeah, hit subscribe, hit like, leave comments below. Please tell me your thoughts on the video, tell me your thoughts on the channel. If you have any ideas for future characters that you'd like to see a spotlight done on how to fight, I'd love to hear your ideas, and maybe it'll be the next featured hero how to fight. If you like what I do, if you like the channel, you want to support me, you can find information on how to do that down in the details section below. Greatly appreciate anybody who's willing to do that. It really helps me out. Yeah, so it's been fun. It's another successful how to fight video, only a little bit of noob playing in there. So yeah, this is Rulk. I'm heading out. You guys have a good night. See you again for smashing some stuff, more stuff real soon. Take care.